Now you're considered a trailblazer. So trailblazers don't just usually blaze trails for a couple of years and then sit around and watch Netflix or something. So what's your vision for the Cancer Vaccine Institute, and what really motivates you to keep going?
Yeah, that Netflix comment is a good crack because I think The Crown is about to release the next season. So I might check out for a little bit. But I understand your question, Shaveta. I think the next big step for the Cancer Vaccine Institute is really to bring in other trailblazers. And even though you describe yourself as my mentee, I mean, you're a trailblazer in your own right with your work on PARP and looking at the combination of PARP inhibitors, which are very novel agents, and immune therapy, and the clinical trials that you've published certainly are changing the way people are thinking about immunotherapy in diseases like breast and ovarian cancer, especially triple-negative breast cancer. And just like we talked about before we started this conversation, my goal really in the next 10 years is to find people like you and integrate you more into the Cancer Vaccine Institute, because we will only make great strides if we get the best minds into the Institute and we really think disruptively and creatively. And the only way you can do that is by constantly shaking things up. And the best way to shake things up is to bring new people into the mix. That puts everyone kind of slightly off their game, but it also forces people to learn and not get caught into ruts. So we're really looking forward to bring more and more people into the Cancer Vaccine Institute. But we also have many projects that excite me. One of the projects is looking at how we eat impacts how the immune system functions. And we have a very big project about the gut microbiome and how it shapes cancer-specific immune responses that I really have to talk to you about. I also mentioned that we're looking at how the combination of chemotherapy and vaccination actually can slow or turn off cancer growth. And you and I have talked about a clinical trial to try to address that. So
definitely,
we'll be writing a grant soon.
Yes.
And then I'm very excited by looking at all the other work going on in the Institute against all the different cancers that all behave slightly differently from the ones I know best, breast and ovarian cancer. And the patient populations that also are very different from breast and ovarian cancer, and really trying to figure out how to integrate cancer vaccines into the standard of care for those tumors. So I think the Cancer Vaccine Group has been, the Cancer Vaccine Institute has been moving at the speed of light. I would like it to keep moving at the speed of light, and I think that there are more exciting projects to come, and hopefully, like I said before, we will find a cure for the most common types of cancer.